Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode of Codex After Dark. My name is Tim. This guy over here is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is the Uncle Ric Flair of Gary Comics. Uncle Gary himself. There we go. And his road manager was gracious enough to book this appearance, Dan the Kelly Art. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome. I'm glad you're here.
Sal?
I don't know.
I just looked up and I see this above me. I'm like,
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. We have an amazing show for you tonight. As always, we have the hottest polls of the week. We have some awesome back issues, some slabs, and we have Uncle Gary's showcase as always. But before we get, that's right. That's your hint right there of what it could be about. But
yep, there's a reason I'm wearing this shirt today.
Well, I've got that. So there we go.
But anyways,
I've got that.
Hey, this is a family-friendly show, sir.
How do you think families get started?
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on all the socials. All you got to do is type in at the Codex Station, and that is where you will find us. Your favorite social media platforms, and where we're live streaming right now. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow, so that way you don't miss any of this content all the time, every time. There you go, as Dan cracks the proverbial carbonated beverage. Ladies and gentlemen,
Cherry
Coca-Cola.
Because my strawberry soda, I finished drinking it all.
I've got this here. But
I'm a pillar of health.
Either way, go ahead and head over to our brand new, shiny, awesome, and amazing, water-filled, thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs. Go over there to get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. And be sure to thank Sal for the awesome job that he did on that website. There's a ton of stuff there. Yeah,
thank you.
Good job. There's a ton of stuff there that you need to check out, and you'll have a lot of fun doing that. So go ahead, thecodexstation.com. Sal, without further ado, let's get this ball rolling and let people know where they can find you when you're not doing Codex stuff.
Well, when the ball is rolling, you can always find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner. I post about 3 times a week, and I did a mail call on Friday night. So please come over and check that out and give me a like. I'm actually at 115 subscribers, I believe.
Ooh, good job.
I'm like, nice. Wow, all right. So, yeah,
please
come over and check it out. Yeah, thank you.
All right.
So go check me out and give me a like, give me a share, and subscribe.
If you love comic books, it's a no-brainer. Head on over to @Sal's Comic Corner right here on YouTube. Now, Dan, you do a bunch of stuff for Codex. You got a Tom Mandrake interview out. I believe you and Uncle Gary did that. That is on Codex right now. You got the Jim Johnson interview and the one-shot that you did too. That is available for you guys to watch. I highly recommend you guys go check that out if you haven't already. Both are immensely popular creators in the comic book community, and you'll know them when you see them, and you'll know the work that they've done. But on top of that, Dan also is the road manager for this guy down here. We'll get to that story in a minute. Dan, tell everybody why you're the road manager for the Ric Flair comic books.
Well, before that, too, I'll throw a teaser out that within the span, in the next little over a week, within the span of 8 days, we will be doing, and I think each of you are going to be joining me on one of them. We're going to be doing 3 interviews with 3 very major comic creators.
You want to give a hint of? You want to say who they are, or do you want to
spill the beans? Spill the beans.
Well, all right. So on Monday, doing an interview with J.G. Jones.
Yeah.
Then Saturday, doing an interview with J.M. DeMatteis.
Oh, so awesome.
And then the following Monday, doing an interview with Bob Hall.
I'm excited about that because I get to take part in that, and I've got almost complete run of Shadow Man. So that's all I want to talk to him about.
See, I want to talk about West Coast Avengers and Squadron Supreme.
There you go. But let people know where they can find you when you're not doing all this awesome stuff.
Yeah, you can find me on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. I am at 799 followers right now, so you one to push me up to 800.
One
Away from 800, and then as I get the goal to hit 1,000. So go check it out. Give me a follow. Let me know what you think of the art that I post and the songs that I post, and give me a follow, give me some likes, let me know what you think. But after you do that, you need to go check out what this guy's got going on.
I'm very curious.
Shirts. He wears $100 pleated slacks. He is the man of the hour. Too sweet to be sour. The Ric Flair of comic. Uncle Gary.
I am loving this shoot right now.
That.
Keep it going.
That is awesome. And and I'm going to spill a little bit of beans for him too. That 800th subscriber is going to get a special Dan Kelly tickle.
I'm going to unsubscribe to resubscribe.
Yeah, there you go. You get a special tickle. Thank you for that. I love that.
Depending on how they look, it might be a pickle tickle.
Woo, there you go. Dill or sour, baby.
Too sweet to be sour.
Too sweet to be sour.
Is that a gherkin in your pocket, or are you really happy?
My God.
All right. We have gone off the rails early.
We are no longer family friendly.
It is after dark. It is after dark.
It is after dark. And again, that's how families start. All right, look, you can find me at Comic Logic. We are Loudoun County, Virginia's only comic book store. I'm a proud owner.
I thought family started with the back rub.
Yeah. The back rubs turn to front rubs.
All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
All right. So come see me there. You can get me every Wednesday there, getting my weekly fix right into the bones, builds them big muscles, getting all them that good 4-color goodness the comics have. We also do a Facebook Live show the first 3 Thursdays of every month. First one is our preview show. The second one is our Ye Grumpy Old Nerd show, where myself, my best friend Mike Harbor, and our principal owner Rob Kalin sit down and talk old man stuff. And these gentlemen here have participated in that show. They call it. They message us as we're talking, and it's always a good time. So please come see us.
Long-time listener, first-time caller.
Absolutely. There you go. Listen to you, long time, baby. We are also all part of the Comic Character of the Day site, which was started by our good buddy Archduke Kevy. And the reason that we are even all here together is because we all met through that site through Kevy. So I post a cover of the day. Dan does a random panel of the day, a question of the day. Sal is frequently on that site. So is Tim. Tim's always watching, make sure we got it right. So let's give that site, Comic Character Day site, some love. Now, before I turn it back up to our wonderful, wonderful man with the golden set of pipes, Tim, I just want to say one thing. We are on this station. You're watching this channel right now. You're watching this content right now because we are in the United States of America, the greatest country in the world, and we have freedom to do things like this. Why do we have freedoms to do things like this? Because we have men and women that wear the uniform of this nation, that their names are on the front of their uniforms. Those are the real heroes, the ones that have their names on the front of their uniforms. And we are here because of the sacrifices of those men and those women in our armed forces throughout history. We need to thank them. We honor them with a day such as today, which is Veterans Day. So if any of y'all who have served are watching, I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart, and Codex wants to thank you because we can do a show like this. We're not in a place where every day we have to scramble for safety and wonder if our families or our children are at risk. We are here and we are safe and we are enjoying the fruits of your labors and your sacrifices with the freedoms that you have allowed us to have. And again, thank you from the bottom of our hearts. So that's all I want to say. And again, we will put it back up to the man, the moderator, the wonderful golden-throated gentleman who keeps us on track, and he runs this show with a velvet glove, Tim the Terrible.
Ladies and gentlemen, now it is time to get started. Not with me, but with Sal. Sal, go ahead and get this ball rolling. Gary, thank you very much for the introduction. And
Thank
as
you.
always, to our veterans, we
Yes.
salute you. Thank you
Absolutely.
very much. Sal, it's all yours.
Yep. All right. I will echo the sentiment on saluting our military for protecting this country. So, moving on. We'll start off with Marvel, correct? We're going to start with
Yes.
Marvel? All
Yep.
right.
I
I'm
thought
rolling the dice
we
here.
were
DC. We're doing it. Sal,
DC,
I
you
have-
heathen.
we haven't been away that much. I worked with you behind the
Okay,
scenes.
fine.
We
You
bled
got
together.
that
We
old
cried
Avengers
together.
jersey behind you from when the Caps had those terrible uniforms for years.
The Screaming Eagle
The
was
Screaming
awesome.
Eagle.
Awesome jersey.
Hey, what happened tonight? Did they win tonight? What happened?
They did. They beat the Islanders 4-1. It was nice.
Ovi get a goal?
Well, we got 2.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Oh,
So-
did you text your buddy, the owner of the Islanders?
I did not text them because I could not get up. If the things worked out, I would have been up there in New York tonight at the game, but it didn't work out. So here I am, folks. Okay,
In better
All
company.
right. There
Better
you go.
company.
Let's get started with some DC, sir.
all right. Let's go ahead and start off with the Wonder Woman reprint, number 1 Wonder Woman, a
Shiny
foil
one.
edition.
I
Oh,
like that.
it's the covers that Jamie loves so much.
That's true. Yes.
Yellow?
No,
foil.
weren't you on there when he was going on the rant? Or no, I guess that was last week when he went on a little short rant about how he hated the foil covers.
Yep. So I picked up the All-Star number 3.
Yeah. look
Uncle
at
Gary's
that.
Grail there, that type of one. And I did think of you, Uncle Gary, when I saw that and I picked it up. So there was no foil version of that, unfortunately.
Do you need one?
Yes.
Yes, I'm gonna say yes because I'm becoming a sucker for the foil variant covers. So
I may be able to get you one. I'll see when I go next time.
thank you, brother. Appreciate that. Next up is the Aquaman movie comic.
Hey, I dig that. That cover looks
Yep.
amazing.
I do too. I
The
got
Lost Kingdom. I'm sorry, I couldn't remember the
Yeah.
title. But yeah,
Comes
like
out
that
next
one.
month.
Yep.
I'm actually excited to see that. I think that would be
I
pretty
am
good.
too. It looks all right.
Okay.
It's
We got
the
Batman
official
number-
end to the DCEU. So
Yep.
Yeah.
Batman 139.
now I've heard about this story. Haven't read it yet. It's on my pull list, but
Yep.
I've seen previews and it looks
Okay.
amazing.
I have not read this particular one yet. I just got my books today. So that concludes my DC stack. We're going to get to back
Alright.
issues later, correct?
Yes, sir. We are going right down the line. Sapphire Comics says
down the line.
Batman 139 was good. That's good to
All
hear.
right. Good to
Uncle
hear.
Gary, what do you got for DC this week, sir?
All right. Also got the back. And again, people buy these books. You can't listen. I don't even have the original of this one. And you know what the best part of these books is? The in-house ad.
Yes.
Look at the in-house ad that was in the original book. Are you kidding me? Wow.
Wow.
Look at these gems that you can see. All American 22, Flash Comics 13. I have Flash Comics 11, 10 and 11.
Oh.
Action 32. More Fun Comics. Oh God, I wish I had that. 62. Adventure 59. Oh
Just
my
imagine
God.
being a 10-year-old holding that book in your hand, looking at all that stuff.
Imagine if I go back in time with 10 dimes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, I wonder too with some of these reprints, or the facsimiles, not so much the older ones, but when they do like the more recent ones, because they reprint the whole thing, all the ads.
Yeah.
I wonder if they have to do anything like contacting the companies that have the ads in and be like, "Hey, look, so this is what we're doing," or if it's just, we're going to do it.
Yep, maybe.
I feel they probably don't have to with these ones from like the 40s, but
No.
when they reprinted like New Mutants 98, like those companies are still around.
Mhm.
Yep, they probably would be. You wonder. Also got the Wonder Woman facsimile of number 1. Now, did any of you fellas need? So, Sal, if I can get a shiny All-Star, you're in. Does anybody need
Yes.
a shiny Wonder Woman one foil.
I'll put my hand up for that. Right on. Or
So
even a
you'd like-
regular.
Oh, you need a regular too?
Either one, a regular
one.
Wonder Woman and an All-Star if you can swing it. That'd be amazing.
Do you so you'll take whichever version I can get, or do you want one
Yes,
of
sir.
each? If possible.
Whatever you can get me.
Okay, we'll have to be in touch. I think we still have facsimile, but you need one of each at least. Okay,
Yes.
gotcha. Of each one. All right.
Yep.
I'll keep that in mind.
I was tempted because they released sketch covers for both of them. I was tempted to get them, but I ended up not, and then they didn't have any on the shelf. So
Yeah, those are gone. I know we have those
Yeah.
gone. Got a Poison Ivy.
Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Still one of the greatest comics DC's putting out right now.
It's a lot of fun. What a great cover.
Yeah,
Shazam.
that's a good cover.
That's just fun. That's just fun. The aforementioned Batman 139. I have not read it yet, but my God, I'm caught up. I'm actually finished last week's books, and now I can read the books that came out. Alternate for the Bat.
Bragger.
Ooh,
Oh, that's
look
nice.
at
Oh,
that.
that is a cool cover.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really neat.
I like that.
Who did that
Should have
cover?
that, Michael.
Is that Mike Diodato?
Mike Diodato.
Diodato.
Diodato. Yep.
Yeah, they're doing the showcase of all his work, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Birds of
I guess
Prey.
because he's the new artist on Flash.
Is that
Nice.
number 2 or number 3?
That's number 3.
Ah, right on. Okay.
3. Got a little Fire and Ice.
That series is so good.
Absolutely. Little Joker action.
That's the
Nice.
last issue of it, isn't it?
Hell if I know. It's number 12. Does it end
Yeah.
there?
I think it is. I think it is. I think it ends at 12.
Can't tell. I'll look. And I got the Return of Superman edition.
Oh,
That's
Oh,
got
nice.
That's awesome.
it's new takes on what happened back then.
With
So-
Dan Jurgens' artwork.
Yep, new stories in it. Yeah.
Well, they got all
Wow.
the original. They got all the original creators from back then to do stuff on it, right?
Yeah.
Yep,
Like when they
absolutely.
did the Death of Superman one.
Mm-hmm. So,
Wow.
but y'all are right. This is a great cover, isn't it?
Yeah,
that's
is.
amazing.
Yeah, that may be my favorite cover of the week. I love
I
that.
love that.
So
All
those
right.
are my DCs.
All right, Dan, finish off this DC spectacular and let us know what you got for DC this week.
All right. Well, just gonna copy everyone else. I also got Batman. I have not
Is that
read
issue
it.
139?
It's
Yeah, gotcha. No. This one is 904.
oh, amazing.
Like,
It's
yeah.
good to know, ladies and gentlemen. We read a lot of the same stuff, so you're going to see a lot of the same covers, and maybe that will incentivize you to pick up some of these books that
That's
you might
right.
not be reading.
Yeah, I have not read it. I'm still weeks behind on my reading. I've got a stack, not kidding you, about this thick of books to read. I haven't even read Gotham War past the first part, but I have off work Monday, and I'm going to be in the house by myself for the first time in a long time, and I'm just going to sit there and I'm going to read comics, and I am going to draw, and I'm going to record a bunch of videos for CODEX that Tim is going to have to edit.
I'm all
Yep.
caught up. I pulled an 8-hour editing shift today, so I'm good to go.
And I am going to hopefully get my Blu-ray player working so I can watch the Venture Brothers movie that I bought.
Hold it at chest level and drop it. It'll work.
And yeah, I also got Shazam 5 because this book is just so damn good. It's so fun. It's the as much as I like, Jeff Johns, he's probably my favorite comic writer of the last, 10 or 20 years. And, I liked his Shazam run, but I didn't, if you can like it but not like it at the same time. Like, it was a good story, the art was good, the story was good, but I didn't like how far away he got from what the character was, and this puts him back to it, and I just love this book. And then the last one I got for DC is I also got the Joker,
Right on.
I think number 12,
Nice.
which
All right.
is series 2. So that's it for me for DC this week.
Sapphire says the Mind Bob storyline sounds awesome. I agree. I think it does. It's one I'm looking forward to. I'm glad that Zdarsky is starting something new, something fresh, and I'm excited to see where it goes. But what I'm super excited for is Sal to give us some independence.
0 independence.
Look at that. Well,
I have 0
all right.
independence this week. Sorry.
I don't have any either. So,
Oh,
Uncle Gary, what do you got for independence this week, good sir?
No, of course I don't. Come on. Who are we kidding here? Actually, the first issue I got from my good buddy Damien from Warthog Comics.
Ooh.
This issue, because this version, this resembles his wife so much, it's uncanny. So I sent Damien a picture. I said, am I crazy, or does this look like your spouse? He said, he's like, wow. And so this is for him. So
inspiration.
Anyway, inspiration.
He's
All
gonna
right.
show up to his wife, be like, honey, I got a costume idea for you.
Yeah. Yeah. Sheena.
Nice.
Is that Dynamite putting that out too?
Fatal Exams.
Yep. Yeah, that's Dynamite. Yeah, but
here's my take on this. Dynamite takes a lot of those older titles like Sheena and Vampirella and The Shadow and things like that, and they really turn them into some modern gems.
That's a good-looking gal on that cover. I'll show
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yep.
And let's see, we got Firefly.
Oh, right on.
Cool.
Based on the one-season TV show.
And
Never
movie.
bring a wrench to a gunfight.
That's right. Brought a wrench to a gunfight. Creep Show.
Ah, Creep Show.
Oh,
That's a great cover.
nice.
Love me some Creep
Is he
Show.
like biting that guy's head?
He's biting the head.
Let's
Yep. Hey, don't you
Hold
like
on,
a
show
little
that
head?
back up there.
Who
It's
doesn't
like
like
that
a
We're
little
kind of
head?
blurry there.
It's like that
Wow.
deleted scene from Lost Boys.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there we go.
People are
That's great.
strange. People are strange.
When you're a
Or
stranger.
stranger,
When you're a stranger, that's right. So, let's see. I also got another facsimile of one of the greatest comic book covers ever, and the aforementioned Damien has this. The Schaumburg
Ooh.
Startling Comics.
Oh,
Nice.
nice.
Look at that.
That is a
Grabbing the
pricey
evil
book.
robot grabbing the dame. Huh?
Mm-hmm. So look at it's even got a little seal on it, but this is the
Wow.
this is a
Very cool.
facsimile of that. But I ordered this special in previews. We didn't order any for the shop unless you ordered it, special. But that's spectacular, right? But
Oh yeah,
That's
that's
nice.
startling.
yeah. So I'll never. It's startling. I'll he's got bolts, but does he have nuts? So-
He is a bender.
yeah. There you go. There you go.
Gonna build my own.
And a great issue magazine I love called Back Issue. So we're highlighting Adam Strange books from the 60s and 70s. So this is just a great book. It's a great magazine. Tomorrow's Publishing does this, and they also do Alter Ego, and they do other magazines that deal with great comic goodness.
Is that magazine similar in vein to Wizard, like what Wizard was in the 90s, or is that?
This is more. Wizard was more. I'd say Wizard was more bubblegum and fun, and more current than this, and this is more of a serious study of the work.
Okay.
So with articles and things like that on it. So I mean, Wizard had articles too, but Wizard was kind of more modern and skewing much more modern than Back Issue does.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, Wizard was all about like, here's what's coming, not here's what's happened.
Yeah, so and had fun features and all that. I used to love the verses and the casting, the movies, and all that. But great deep dive into Adam Strange.
Nice.
Oh, I love that bottom left cover. The cover on the bottom left. That's such a great cover.
That's one of my favorite covers. Nice. I always have it displayed. Look, the one above it is so cool too.
Yeah,
nice.
So,
Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Gary, what's the name of that magazine again?
back issue.
Back issue.
Back issue. And there's a different subject every time. They'll dive into Marvel, DC, some Golden Age stuff. They'll get into independent stuff. This is 100 issue 148. So back issue has been around for a while. And the logo is let's see, right, the wrong side, right there.
Yep.
Tomorrow's Publishing. They do back issues and they do a magazine called Ultra Ego, and I believe that's over 100 issues too. But this is, you go to cons and they set up. Tomorrow's will set up and they'll have a bunch of their magazines there, the back issues of back issue, and you can buy them. So
it's good to see magazines out there still. You don't see that very much.
Oh yeah, sometimes they'll put out a thicker edition. I have a great one of that they did of all the swamp monsters. You know, where they compiled. So it's a research kind of magazine in some ways, but with lots of pictures, a lot of interviews. Older interviews with creators that aren't here.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's a great reference book, but I mean, it's if you're into the history of the comics, I think it's awesome. So
nice.
So that's it for independence for me.
All right, Dan, you got independence this week before I switch over to you?
Yeah, I got two.
All right, let's do it.
So this one, I guess, actually came out about a week or two ago, but the shop just got them in because all the ones they got before were damaged. So it's Radiant Black 26.
Nice. Ooh. Great cover.
So, yeah. So I had 26.5, and they got those in, but all the ones they had for 26 were damaged. So I got that one. Now I've got this one. So if anyone who hasn't been reading Radiant Black doesn't know, when they did issue 25, it was 25 where it ended, where it had two different endings. You had to buy two copies of it, and there's two friends in it that have at different times had the Radiant that makes him the character, and they decided, I'm going to keep it. And the two different versions, one of them kept it in one, the other one kept it in another. And then going forward, they're going to have two, like this 26 and then 26.5.
Wow.
Two issues come out every month. That's going to be the story, and it's going to deviate, depending on which of the guys had it. It's like, so there's going to be the storyline with guy A where he has it, and the storyline with guy B where he has it, and what the differences are before they eventually just go back into it being like, just the regular one issue a month.
I like the concept of that because, like, if it were me younger, I think I would have picked whichever particular character I liked the most and followed his story and then caught up, when they converge again.
Yeah.
That's a really neat idea. If somebody were to do that, just follow one particular story, not necessarily ignore the other, but just forget about it for a minute. And
well, I haven't
cool.
I haven't read them yet, but they told me at the shop, like, yeah, you don't need to read both to get the whole story, but it's just going to be for the next few months. They're going to have like the two different ones, and then at some point they're going to go back to like, okay, this is the one that actually has it, and then just be the regular.
Wow.
Book. Yeah, it is clever. At the same time, like I don't like that I'm having to spend, I'm having to buy the same one twice, but I guess it is different.
Well, you don't have to. You could pick one and follow their story.
I don't have to, but I have to. Then the other
sounds like me with Bennett books. Sorry.
Yeah, the other one I got is Transformers #2.
I read that yesterday, and it was so good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So
as soon as you
Dan, your dilemma is part of the sickness.
Yeah, it is. It's paper crack.
Absolutely.
Look, I'm buying books. We always talk when I upgrade. I'm buying books I already have.
Just to have them look a little bit better.
What the hell?
Oh my God, Sal! Marvelous Sal! Now is the time for you to show the mighty Marvel Manor.
Oh my gosh, I can finally show the Marvel books.
I don't have that many. 18 copies of Venom.
Yep.
Okay, so first up is Venom. We have X-Men Red number 17.
Ooh.
It looks like he's having a hard poop.
No, he's concentrating on something very immensely.
He's constipating on something.
Yeah, he's constipating on something where he's.
Yeah, it looks like he's
concentrating.
It looks like he's wishing he ate more bran and fiber in his diet.
This is why it's After Dark, ladies and gentlemen.
After Dark,
This
ladies
is
and
why.
gentlemen.
Right there.
All right, I picked up this What If After Dark, the Tomb of
Ooh.
Dracula.
Nice.
And I was telling Travis at the shop, Marvel really dropped the ball. They should have released that a week or two ago for Halloween.
They should have.
They dropped the ball on the release of that one.
Okay, next up is this is Uncanny Spider-Man number 3, but this is the B cover, I believe.
Oh,
Is that
no.
White Widow?
See the numbers, right? No, this is the A
That's
cover.
Sable.
Pardon me. Silver
Silver
Sable.
Sable.
Ah,
Silver
okay.
Sable.
Good to
This is
see
the A
her
cover.
around.
My bad. They did not have the alternate covers, but I'll have the alternate covers when my HCC pool comes in.
Nice.
Speaking of White Widow, though, I read the first issue of that series and it was really good.
Really?
I have not read it yet.
I would say pick it up. The first, and I'm not super familiar with the character. I haven't read a ton of her in the comics, but the first issue was really enjoyable. So I kind of picked it up like, I'll see if maybe I'll pick up, but I'll definitely be picking it up when it comes out again.
Cool. All right. So next up is Tim's favorite writer among writers, The Amazing Spider-Man number 37. This one is the
Alternate.
this
Now-
is actually the 4th cover, actually.
Now, I saw a funny thing on Facebook earlier today.
You did not.
I
Stop lying.
did. Somebody, dude, somebody met Zeb Wells for an autograph signing and got him to sign the Amazing Spider-Man number 1 for the current run that said Spider-Man's greatest foe, and then signed his name underneath it, Zeb Wells. I thought that was hilarious.
Are you sure that wasn't you? Are
It
you
was
sure
not
that
me.
wasn't you?
I think it was in Comic Book Collecting or Comic Book Group or something like
So-
that on Facebook.
Wells wrote Spider-Man's greatest foe. Zeb Wells.
The
Wow.
guy convinced him, I don't know how, to personalize it. Spider-Man's greatest foe, Zeb Wells. He said that Zeb Wells was having a really good time with it, was very polite and professional and all that stuff, and understood.
They didn't do a good weapons check for that show.
I guess not.
Did not.
I just thought that was really funny.
That is funny that he's got that sense
That's
of humor.
pretty good.
Yeah. So there you go.
All right, that wraps up my Marvel stack for the week.
Wow. Okay. Gary, what do you got for the Mighty Marvel Manor?
Well, I know you didn't get enough of that Spider-Man book with that cover, so I'm giving you the other cover.
Oh,
There you
the
go.
Gang War.
I almost bought it just because of the art.
Yeah,
That's
I know-
Ed McGuinness, right?
Yeah,
Yep,
it's Ed
Ed
McGuinness.
McGuinness.
I almost
Yeah.
bought it just because I'm like, I really like Ed McGuinness. But then I was like,
And
I
ladies
haven't-
and gentlemen, Gang War is not anything new. It was a mini storyline in the Amazing Spider-Man in the 80s. So there you
no,
go.
it was in the 90s, was it? That's when they had like Night Thrasher and
It was in
Moon
the
Knight,
80s.
Punisher. Or was that a different one?
Gary?
All right. Speaking of Punisher, here's the new Punisher book. I have not
That's
read
not
it
Frank
yet.
Castle.
I know it's not the right castle, I have Rob read it and he said, he's like, it's good, but why? So that's
Uh-oh.
That seems
Yeah.
to be the thing I say a lot with Marvel
Yeah.
books.
So here's an alternate cover. I just thought it was pretty cool.
Oh, it's neat.
Yeah, so I picked up the
That does
alternate.
look pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, that is cool.
I also got the Uncanny Spider-Man with a tail, So
Spider-Man getting some tail.
The
Yeah,
Knight.
he might be
Silver
getting some
Sable's
tail.
like, Silver Sable's like all over him, like, butter on
Yeah,
toast,
well-
baby.
Yep.
No lie.
Ooh.
There you go. That's X-Force.
Is that Guardian? On the
That's
cover?
no, that's Colossus on the cover with his brother,
Okay.
Yeah.
Mikhail.
It just
Yeah.
looked like Guardian for a second, like the big flowing cape and all that stuff.
Yeah. No, I get you. Yeah, no, that's Mikhail. Also have the constipated Apocalypse. L7. Isn't that his name?
I think he's like trying to tune into like the dish TV. He's like, why isn't this receiving the signal?
Also got the Tomb of Dracula.
Very
What
good.
if? Even better though. Even better. I got the ratio cover.
Ooh,
Oh, I
nice.
didn't.
Oh,
That wasn't at the shop. That's cool.
is that a 1 in 10 or 1 in 25?
I think it's a 1 in 25.
Wow, that looks great.
Isn't that great? I
Yeah.
I can see if I can
was
find
not
that.
in the market. I mean, this just made me, I just had to buy it. I mean, I'm not, I haven't been buying the what if alternate covers. I don't think, well, maybe I have been. Shit, I don't know. This, I get so many alternates I don't even know anymore. But this, I had to have this.
That's
That's
great.
Yeah, that's just amazing. So, yeah, suckered me in. I said, all right, pull that off the wall. Yeah. So those are my marvelous show picks.
All right. Okay, Dan, you've got Marvel, correct?
I've got one.
You've got one. Okay, so I'm going to put you on screen, but before you show it, Uncle Gary, you have to settle the dispute. Gang War was a storyline in Amazing Spider-Man in the 80s or the 90s?
I thought it was, I'm going to guess it was 91.
Sal, diligence, buddy. Look it up.
Let's see. Hold on. I was trying to look up that Dracula book, but I will
Okay.
stop what I'm doing.
While Sal's looking that up, Dan, show your.
Sal said, I got to get that Dracula book. He's trying to make a purchase. Sal said, I need that.
Isn't that the one I'm thinking of when it was like 6 parts and had Moon Knight and Night Thrasher and Punisher? And
I
like,
do remember that.
Robin.
I do remember that.
No,
That's
okay,
the one I'm thinking.
so I'm
unless,
thinking of the-
unless the
I'm thinking
name
of
is
the wrong
wrong.
one then.
No. Okay.
All right, so I'm thinking of the wrong one.
Yeah. Go ahead, because I'm gonna find it now.
All
Well,
right,
the
so
fact that that's Tim's favorite character, Tim's probably the one that's got it right.
Yeah, probably. I got the wrong storyline. But yeah, I begrudgingly also bought. Oh, go ahead.
284. Issue 284 is when Gang War first came out. Amazing Spider-Man.
So that was in the.
That's 80s then.
That's
in
80s.
the 80s.
Mhm.
Yep.
Okay. Cool.
Tim.
All right.
Tim
For
the
the
man. Tim the terrible.
It might have been Jam DeMettis or Straczynski that was doing the writing at that time.
Peter Peter
DeFalco.
89.
Falco.
Yeah. And I think Rick Leonardi was doing the cover work. And Bob Layton was doing inks.
Plot by DeFalco, script by Osley.
Yeah.
Art by
What year?
Friends.
86.
86. Yep, that's right.
There you go.
All right, Dan, show us your Marvel book and we'll move on to some back issues.
So yeah, begrudgingly, I also bought Punisher #1.
Everybody's got to punish themselves in their own way.
That's not
I guess.
Frank Castle?
Punisher is one of my favorite characters. You can watch my review from the last series to get my feelings on how they did my boy wrong. But it's the first appearance of a new character. I figured I'd give it a read. I haven't read it yet, but I will tell you this will have to be the most spectacular of spectacular comics for me to want to pick the second issue up. But
I'm going to be watching Comics of the Week next week, and I want to hear all about how much you hate it.
Yes.
Well, like you said, like Rob said, he's like, why? Exactly.
Why? That's what Rob said. Why?
And let's face it, whatever people are saying, like, oh, they're going to get rid of him because of the controversy and how his logo has been co-opted. I don't know. Looks like he's still got a big goddamn skull on his chest.
That looks like a skull to me.
Yep, sure does.
They got to get rid of the Punisher because of that. They still put a new one out with a big skull on his chest. And you know what? It's comic books. Let's not pretend that Frank Castle isn't going to come back at some point. Now, if they're going to bring him back as like, a goddamn Frankenstein monster or an angel or whatever their stupid ideas that they've had before, maybe. But he's going to be on the Daredevil show. He's a popular character. He will be back at some point.
He'll be back.
Yep. I will buy. I figure I'll buy the first issue of this, first appearance of a new character. I'll read it. like I said, unless it's the most amazing thing I've ever read, I'm not going to pick up the rest of them, and I'll just wait to, if I need to fill out the run later, just wait a year or two, pick them up out of dollar bins when the book's been canceled 8 issues in, and and then Garth Ennis comes back and writes a new Punisher book, and the first page is Frank Castle shooting this guy in the face.
Oh my
There you go.
God.
That sounds like a big book right there.
I mean, we saw how easily
book.
Garth Ennis got rid of the whole angel thing. It was in like 2 panels. He basically said, Frank Castle said, "F you, flick the bird off to God," and they put him back on Earth. And
Frank and Castle was gotten rid of pretty easily too. As stupid as that was, I hated that. Oh man.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, that is our hottest pulls for the week. I hope we have inspired you in one way or another to maybe pick out a new book, check out a new book, or continue to read what you're reading now. Before we get into back issues, excuse me, let's go ahead and do a sponsor break real quick. Go ahead and check out our sponsor, W.GG, W Energy, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to use the keyword code -X so you can save 10% on your order at checkout. Once again, that is W Energy. Go to W.GG. Use keyword what, Sal?
Oh, that's CODEX with the COD-X.
There you go. And Dan, how much in percentage-wise can they save?
they could save 10% on this delicious product that absolutely works. I like the Peach and Beach and the Blue Raz. Sal likes to get, well, they got rid of the flavor that Sal likes, but then they brought new flavors in. So.
They did. They just brought out a pomegranate one. So
there you go. My son got a pomegranate and tried to eat it. And
I know I said it before. I'm going to say it again. Dubby, cherry limeade. Let's get on it. All right? Let's get it done.
There we go. W.GG, ladies and gentlemen, save 10% on your order using keyword code -X. Otherwise, the Ric Flair of comic books is going to powerbomb you into the stapler extraordinaire. No?
You don't want that. You do
He's
not
gonna
want that.
strangle you with his big feather boa.
Ladies and gentlemen.
You do not want that.
The ladies like my big feather boa.
Oh, man. Hi, how are you? Good to know you. How's your father? All right, we're into some back
Try the veal.
Try the veal.
I don't have any regular back issues, my massive stack, like I usually do, but I do have some slabs that I want to show you guys. I've shown the gentleman over here off camera already, but I want to show you the world. So check this out.
Slabs? Did you say slabs?
Oh yeah, 8 of them.
Slabs? I only have one to show tonight, but yeah, let's do it.
You ready to drool?
Yeah.
Let's drool.
Right, here we go.
Sal was already wiping it away from his mouth.
So a couple of these I sent out through My Guys Comics with Phoenix Gaming in Clinton, Tennessee. 4 of them, and then 3 I got from Wes that I had sent out before, and 1 I got from a friend. So first things first, let's go ahead and do Spider-Man and Batman: Disordered Minds at a 9.6.
Love that. That was an awesome story.
Oh yeah, and it is.
Is that Bagley art?
It is. Absolutely. This runs about $150 at a 9.6, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, nice.
So there you go.
Nice. Do we always think that at this point that honestly that Mark Bagley could probably draw an entire issue of Spider-Man blindfolded as much as Spider-Man over the years?
Oh yeah.
Yep. And it
next,
looked excellent.
It looked amazing. Yeah.
It would look spectacular.
It would look webtastic.
It would look web of.
Sensational.
It would be unlimited.
Ooh. It would be adjectiveless.
Superior.
You couldn't put an adjective on it.
It would be sticky.
Spine tingling.
It would be the deadly foes of.
It would be uncanny.
Oh,
it would be.
That's topical.
Right on. Okay, here we go. Wes has sent 2 of these in, and he's gotten a 9.6 both times. Now, every book that I'm showing you did not have any work done to it whatsoever. I took Sal's advice and rolled the dice.
Rolled the dice, baby.
So got a 9.6 on that Spider-Man and Batman, where Wes got a 9.6 on what I'm about to show you. I got a 9.8.
Nice.
Oh, the
That's
genie.
Bet
That's
Wes
some
was
money.
just really happy for you on that, wasn't he?
Oh, he called me many names that cannot be repeated, even on After Dark.
That is a good one.
$93 right here. This is
Wow.
about
Oh.
$93 right now at a 9.8.
I thought it was more. I thought it was more.
But the market went down.
Wait for the show to come out.
That's right.
Yep.
All right, next, this one I got done purely for showcase. Now, if you've watched our interview with Lunch Money Comics, he brings up a really good point, right? Once these books go into the encapsulation, and Gary, Uncle Gary, you've even said the same thing. Once they go into this, they stop being comic books and they become showcases. They become art pieces at that point. And with these variant covers and even some of those A covers, that's exactly what I want them to be, though. I want them to be showcases. I want them to be discussion starters and go from there. And sometimes they just look gorgeous. Case in point, this one, Justice League #3. This is Jim Lee work. And this also came back at a 9.8.
Yeah,
That's a great cover.
I love
That's
this cover, and I want this on my wall. This is going right back here somewhere, right? And I want to be able to stare at that and look at it every day. This is absolutely wonderful. So
yeah, I wouldn't mind having a wraparound cover to get Slab because that would look so cool. You know,
I saw somebody do that. They did two of them, so they had the front side and the back side, and they just put them together. I thought that was kind of cool. Now, sticking with beauty, this is a gorgeous cover. I love this cover. This is one of my favorites. I think this is one of my contenders for cover of the year. This is Storm #1. This is by Art Germ. This is his variant. And just look at that. 9.8. Absolutely gorgeous.
9.8 on it. Wow.
Yeah. And again, no work done to it. This was taken off the rack, put in a bag and board, and sat in a box until I sent them off.
Are you on this? Are you doing the comic character of the week this week?
Yeah, I picked Storm.
Yeah, it's his pick.
Yep.
Okay. I wonder if we'll see that again.
I think it's very possible.
That's
I
going to be a top
believe
cover.
that the gentleman above me has the next pick of the next character,
Oh.
and I know who it's gonna be.
Oh yeah.
So those 4 books were what I got through my guys. These next 3, if you watched Wes's CGC unboxing, you'll have seen them there. But if you haven't, I'm going to show them to you now. Staying with beauty now, Uncle Gary. This is She-Hulk #12. This is the Yi-Hung Lee cover. And this is the B variant, if I'm not mistaken.
I'll look at it.
9.8.
I do that before I do my push-ups. I do that same thing.
Getting the stretch.
Yep.
Getting ready to kick someone's tail.
And he has that exact same look on his face that she did when he's getting ready too.
That's
right.
True.
Come hither.
This next one is a Torpedo Comics exclusive. This is the only Rob Liefeld graded work that I have so far. I've got one more that I'm going to send to Sal at the beginning of the year to get done. But this is King in Black Spider-Man #1. And take a peek at that.
Oh.
Yeah.
Didn't Sal have that a week or two ago?
I don't think so. Sal, did you get one of these?
I did
Maybe
not.
you showed it.
I showed it to you last week, I think.
Okay.
Off
air.
About how
Off air, okay.
I felt it's actually a decent looking cover.
Yeah.
This is. Go ahead.
That may be the best Liefeld cover I've ever seen.
See, this is when I think he has time to do his stuff. If he's rushed or he has some kind of serious deadline, it doesn't look very well. But when he actually has time to get proportions right and make a good scene, it looks amazing.
I think it actually looks a lot like Clayton Crane's work.
Yeah,
Crane's
yeah.
It doesn't even look like Liefeld to me.
No, but it is. So it's let's see here, Rob Liefeld cover. Yep, absolutely. All right, so the next one was also in Wes's CGC unboxing video. This came back at a 9.6. Don't care though. It just gives me incentive to go find another one to send in to get a 9.8. Because once I get a 9.8 in this 9.6 is going to my son. But this is Detective Comics number 675.
Yes. I
Love it.
have that book in my sword stack.
I love this cover. This
That's a
big
great cover.
foily goodness.
Foily
Oh,
goodness.
so good.
90s foil.
Yep.
As
And at a
90s
9,
could be.
yeah, and at a 9.6, this is only worth $35. That doesn't matter to me though, because it's beautifully set for display, and it looks really good to do
does.
exactly what I
That
want.
is awesome.
And the last book I got from a friend of mine, good friend. He handed this to me, and that's a story for another time. But this is Nice House on the Lake #1. And this is graded at a 9.8.
Nice.
Purdy.
Yeah.
That's a creepy
So-
cover.
And from my understanding, there is a TV show in the works on this.
I
Is that
liked
right?
it.
Good.
It was
I
a cool series.
enjoyed that book a lot. My friend Mike hated it because the end the end didn't do it for him. But I liked it,
There you
Well,
go.
the end of it just leads into they're going to do another series.
which is what he hated.
yeah, I kind
Well,
of was.
it's
disappointed
Tinian
because
work, so
I was a little disappointed because I was like, I was expecting that I was going to get this 12 issues, one complete story. So I was like, I was kind of disappointed. But the other end, like, am I really going to be mad that I'm going to get more of this Chip Zdarsky horror?
that's
I
James
can't be mad at that.
Tinian. It's not Chip Zdarsky.
Or
It's
James Tinian, I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, all right, ladies and gentlemen, that's all I got for
No,
back
I think
issues
it's
this
Stillwater.
week. Sal, you got a slab, is that right?
I do, and I do have two mail call pickups, and then I've got a vault into the vault, find, and then I got the slab. So
All right, well, take it away, sir.
let's go ahead and do this. I managed to pick up the Green Lantern Free Comic Book Day.
Oh,
special
nice.
edition.
Nice.
And then from the same seller, I picked up this Spectre #1.
Ooh, yep. I saw a preview of that.
Is that
Yeah.
volume 2? So
This is
that's
volume
the volume
2.
before the Mandrake and Ostrander
Correct.
run.
Correct.
Okay, so wait a minute. Hold that back up.
Yes, sir.
So that volume is where one of the first Spectre books I ever read came from. So the big lunch bag full of books, Uncanny X-Men Annual #11, Chrome #1, a Spectre issue from that run was in that bag.
Yeah, that's
So
volume
which-
2.
Yeah,
It's definitely volume 2.
nice.
That is a great cover. I believe that's Kaluta.
Nice.
I believe so. I think you were right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
All right. So, as many of people know that I have a storage unit for my massive books because this is the only room I have for books in my office. So,
What's the address for that?
the address is 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Come check it out. Bring some guns. Okay.
Do they have any security? Is there any security there?
There's
Not at
none.
all.
Not at all. Not at all. But in my effort to change over from the cardboard to the plastic bins, I got to a point in my storage unit where I actually had to yank out the first row or so of plastic units, get back to the cardboard ones, pull those forward, and put the plastic bins towards the back. But as any comic collector does, what do you do when you first pull out boxes from a storage unit?
Look through.
Okay,
You gotta look
you
through
gotta
'em.
look through them. You gotta look through them. So one of the first
I
boxes I
forgot
opened
that
up.
I had this.
Yeah. Check this out. We got the first appearance of Omega Red.
Nice.
Oh, nice.
And this is one owner, that would be me. So
Got
awesome.
it off the rack.
That's gonna be slabbed. Next up
Nice.
is the classic X-Men #1.
Oh, that was a good series. Yeah.
Such
was
a
a
great
great
art
series.
cover.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But
And
Tim
the
and I talked
backup
about this.
stories in there were the backup stories in there were new stories,
Yeah.
which
Right.
which had something to do with the issue they were reprinting.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah.
That's right, because they
Magneto
didn't
with the
start
book.
right at issue 1.
They
they
started
did.
at 9. They started Giant Size 1. It was all new X-Men, right?
Yeah.
That is correct. That is correct. So Tim and I briefly talked about this one, but it goes back to your point. It's not worth much of anything. Even at a 9.8, it's not worth much of anything. But the cover alone is worthy of displaying and getting that encapsulated.
I mean, that's become a super iconic cover now.
Oh yeah,
it has.
I mean, they were selling prints of that at Baltimore this year.
Yes, they were. Yes, they were. So, but what's an even more iconic cover than that X-Men? Well, how about classic X-Men number 30?
Ooh.
With Wolverine just having the robot Hulk through the head. You know, Cyclops is looking at him like, "What the hell?" You know.
Wow.
And of course, Colossus. Everybody's got that shock look on their face. But he's there sitting there grinning like there's.
He's smirking. Yep.
Yeah, like this is nothing. This is what we call Tuesday. So, and for that alone, again, this book will not be worth much, even at a 9.8, if it makes it to 9.8.
But a beautiful book to display.
It is, and I'm actually probably going to get this one pressed because I can see some creases in the cover just alone from looking at it, not even opening it. So, all right, now for my slab.
Okay, I'm actually going to base. I think that might be the question I put up tomorrow, or it might be Monday. For the comic character of the day page, I'm putting up the question of the day that's going to reference the classic X-Men series.
Nice.
Okay, all right.
I already saw the grade.
That's all right. We have
That's going to be a 9.8.
It's going to be a 9.8.
Yeah,
Let's check out this Logan.
That's
nice version cover, huh? Let me try to get that out of that glare. Jeez.
Just angle it a little more towards your face. There we are.
Nice.
Yeah, that's great.
So
that is very MCU.
Very much. And I scored this at a very good price. It was less than $50. I want to say
nice.
40 or 45. I don't remember. But to me, that was like, oh, that's worth it. And again, it's probably not going to be worth much at a 9.8, but damn, that's just worthy to display it.
All the variants are made to be encapsulated.
Yeah. Yep.
And the second second season of the series just had the last episode the other day.
Yeah.
Which was amazing. I loved that series. That was great.
I haven't seen season 2 yet.
Oh, you gotta watch it. It's really good. There's a lot of good progression in the Loki character. And it was great. I loved it. It's going to be a rewatch for me. A lot of these Disney shows I have not rewatched, with the exception of a few, but Loki's going to be one of them that I will.
Right on. All right. Dan, you got any back issues this week?
One.
Let's do it, sir. Not me, but Dan.
All right. So the story behind this is I did not buy it. It was given to me. Me and my wife just had our 8th wedding anniversary this past.
Congratulations!
Yeah,
anniversary.
So as the married guys know, the 8th wedding anniversary. Do you know what the traditional gift is?
No,
a high hard one.
Well, that's the nightly gift.
Okay,
that's the gift that keeps on giving.
Oh yeah. So the traditional gift is pottery or bronze. Bronze that can relate itself to the comics. So my wife, knowing what a massive comic fan I am, decided like, hey, instead of just getting him some bronze hunk of metal, she got me this DC Universe Bronze Age Omnibus by Jack Kirby.
Wow,
awesome! That's a great gift.
This thing
that's massive.
This thing is.
That's what she said.
Gigantic.
That's also a home protection device.
Yeah,
door stopper, paperweight, murder weapon.
Yes,
I'm gonna have to take it and put it on the shipping scale at work to see what it weighs, because this is not light. Now, this does not. Excuse me. This does not reprint his DC stuff that was the super prominent stuff. So it doesn't have the Superman's pal Jimmy Olsen. It doesn't have the New God stuff for that.
Oh,
It reprints some of his other stuff. So it's got the Demon Atlas, Superpowers, The Sandman, In the Days of the Mob, Cobra, Spirit World, The Losers, Manhunter, OMAC. It says
That's good stuff.
This volume collects stories from In the Days of the Mob 1 and 2, Spirit World -- 1, Weird Mystery Tales 1 through 3.
I've got that #1 issue.
Hey, The Demon 1 through 16, The Sandman 1 through 6, OMAC 1 through 8, Our Fighting Forces 151 to 162, Superpowers Volume 1 1 through 5, Superpowers Volume 2 1 through 6, and many more. So
Wow.
I have not gotten to, it's got that, even the inside thing's got the great Kirby stuff there. So I haven't gotten a chance to, really jump in and read it yet. And it's going to take me a long time to get through it.
That is so great, though.
Yeah, this was she knocked it out of the park with this one. This is a fantastic gift.
I'll admit, you had me at Jack Kirby, right? As soon as you said that, I'm like, yes.
Yeah, this is super cool. So you could see how some of the pages are looked like. It's just
they spared no expense with that book.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So
what does the cover look like without the paper cover?
Oh, it's pretty sweet without it. It is a wraparound.
Oh,
nice.
God. Look at it. He's on there with it, smoking a cigar. Go back to the spine. There he is, smoking a cigar.
Yep.
Wow.
So this is, and I knew. What'd you say?
I was going to say, I wonder if the Demon Etrigan was one of his favorites to draw, because he's actually pictured inside his cape.
Yeah.
On that spine.
It like I said, very much looking forward to getting into that. I thought you guys would appreciate it. I knew Gary especially would appreciate that.
My favorite Jack Kirby is Commandy of all things. I love that book.
Yeah, and that's another one. Commandy's not in here, but again, that was like one of the more well-known ones. This is more of like, hey, here's all this stuff that he did that's not like as prominent. Like some of those things are in here, but
the Superpowers miniseries were promoting the toy line.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember that. I remember I had some of those when I was a kid.
I have all of them. Yeah, they're great.
All right, Gary, the floor is yours from here. Whatever back issues you have, and then by all means, take us into the showcase.
Absolutely.
Showcase.
All right, so I only have one back issue, but it's a big boy book. It's pretty good. So, gentlemen, why were comics almost canceled in the 50s?
Because of horror and parents that didn't know what the hell they were talking about.
Because of this.
The innocent.
Because of this. This is why comics were almost canceled. 1954, crime suspense stories. This is amazing. So this was EC, of course. This is my representative of crime suspense stories. I didn't have one. Now I do.
That's an original?
Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Oh, nice.
1954, number 24. What I really like, the dude's in the tub dead. The dude's getting ready to dispose of it, but this is a man that loves his work. Look at that thing.
I know. It almost looks like he's talking to the axe.
Listen, look.
Are we going to do this?
This is a true craftsman. Yes, he is. This is a man that is a craftsman, and it's got the proper tool, and he really is going to enjoy his work. So, the dude had to die, but disposing of him is where the fun comes in. So
they say if you love what you do, you'll never work a day in your life.
That's true.
And this dude's not working. This dude, this is hobby time.
Yeah.
So,
now, Gary, when you sent me the picture for that earlier in the week, I noticed that it had the date stamp on it too.
Sure does.
Do you want to give people a little bit of an explanation as to why Shots did that?
Well, when these things would come in, the cover dates were usually like it's a September cover date right here, because the publisher wants to put a cover date where the retailer will keep it in stock for a
Yeah.
long time,
Yeah.
till September. But the retailer, he's putting a stamp on it when he got it. So he knows that book came in April 28th. So,
And the cover stamps are starting to become more and more sought after by collectors too.
Yep. Do you know what the PX stamp looks like?
Mm-mm.
So every now and then, gosh, I wish I had one. Whenever I run into one, I'll make sure I bring it for the show. The
Okay.
PX one is like a little star that's inked like that.
Oh.
And you'll see it on books, a little star. Matter of fact, one of my weird mysteries has it on there. I'll have to try to remember that for next week or some. But that's a PX mark. You see those little stars, and it's
Nice.
little. It's not any bigger than say the 4 would be on 24 for the number.
Oh,
So it's small like that, and you see it, and it's little. It's ink, and that's the books that went to the PXs.
That's
Now
cool.
the white on that crime suspense stories looks very crisp, very clear.
Oh yeah, and the green. Look at that.
Yeah.
I know I'm getting
Yeah, that's
glare,
good.
but yeah, but that
It's
but
just
that is
wild.
that is a great cover. It's by
Yeah.
George Evans. So, but EC, if any kids out watching, boys and girls, this is why comics were almost canceled.
Yep, because of them right there.
Because of that. EC, man.
To the man enjoying his hobby.
So this book, so Damien held this for me at Baltimore when I made a few other big purchases at the end. I couldn't, I told Damien, can you hold that for me when I have any left at the end? He goes, you're not going to have anything left at the end. So he was right. But so I've been paying on it since Baltimore.
Wow.
But I finally made the last installment. And now this is a gem in my EC collection. So
That's great.
That's
yes,
good.
Awesome.
that's anyway. So for my showcase, I'm gonna showcase some war books because it's Veterans Day. I mean, it was Veterans Day, but it's Veterans Day weekend. So we're gonna highlight that, because there've been a lot of great war books, and again, as a little way to thank our men and women who have served. I have a book here. It's a pretty good copy. Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. Who was a Salsid.
Oh, nice.
Number 2. Another red cover, number 2. And this book is kind of marred, though, because right here, it's a dude wrote his name on it.
Come on.
What's it say? Jack
something.
Kirby.
Jack.
My
Kirby.
Lord.
Yeah.
Jack
named,
something.
Some Jagoff wrote Jack Kirby on there. So it's Jack's book.
In ink pen, no
An
less.
ink pen. So you were in it for the Kirby before? How about that, baby?
Wow.
That's awesome, though.
Pretty awesome.
The king
Jack
himself.
Kirby signed comic. Not bad, right? Not bad.
Yeah,
Not bad.
That's pretty good.
I like that. That's
So
a nice one, Gare.
Thank you, brother. To continue, and look, this, all kidding aside, that is a treasure in my collection to have a Jack Kirby signature. So of course, I bought that from Damien a few years ago. I'm thrilled to have that. I just wanted to show this because this is a Sergeant Fury, number 18, and this is a really touching story. Fury was going to propose to his British girlfriend that was a nurse, and after a particularly rough time of it, he gets back for R&R in England, in London, and he goes to her house, and her father greets him at the door and says that she was killed in a bombing raid. And there she is right there. And he had the ring and everything, and he just left the ring on the doorstep and walked away. So it was touching. A buddy of mine, Mike Slade, hit me up to that there was a really touching Sergeant Fury issue. So I went and got it, and he was right. One of the great, I every now and then you'll hear me show, or I'll show a tone cover. Sea Devils had tone covers, and the other great one was GI Combat. Look at that.
Nice.
Oh, that's a great cover.
It's called Gray Tone, and
that.
it's just the way they're painted covers, and they're just amazing. There's probably a 30-issue run where they did this. I have a few of them. My buddy Mike Harbor has all of them. He's only one GI Combat away from having the whole damn run. But I mean, that is amazing, right? That is that is amazing.
Yeah. It's a gorgeous cover.
Here's another, and that was 94, I think. Here's or 92. Here's 96. Here's another tone cover.
Oh,
nice.
And there's a lot going on in that cover.
I think you put that up on the comic character of the day, didn't you?
Yeah, I think I did. Yeah,
you
there's
got
just a whole lot going.
that
Yeah.
Panzer tank and
Right,
wow.
and there's a there's a dead sniper. It's in the building above the tank commander right there.
Wow.
That's a dead sniper, and he's riding on that turret. So there's a whole lot going on in that cover. Just a really cool cover. Another great tone cover.
Oh, I like that too. Now, these books came out in the 40s or in the 50s?
No, these are early 60s.
Oh, got it. Okay, so
Early
well
60s.
after World War II.
Yes, early 60s, probably 61, 62 for where we're at right now. Just great cover. And this Moving Pictures logo, this is where I'm getting your Spectre issues from Rob.
Nice.
From Moving Pictures. So that's his logo on there. That's one of the reasons I was able to contact him, because I couldn't find. I'm like, I know I got his number somewhere, and he had his old labels, not this one, but his old labels had his number on it. So, because usually I would run into him at shows. One of the classic tropes of these war books is the ambush cover. You know.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Under the bridge, Slim. Those vultures can't reach us in here. You know, talking about the Air Corps. Yeah, you got another problem.
I know you've posted that cover before.
Yeah. So a lot of times there's water too. You know, they'll be in water, and you'll have guys in water. Just another cool GI Combat.
Wow.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Another GI Combat is just real cool. You know, I love Grim Reaper covers.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, all right. Oh shit! There's one on the wall I was supposed to grab. There it is. Look at that! When you can just reach up and grab a book. It's freaking awesome. All right.
Grab it.
Just grab it, man. Oh, I love this news. Yep. Stay alert for any movement in case some Americana is playing dead.
Wow.
Yeah, Sarge got a problem. Look at this. And look at the shadow of the snake even on his arm.
Yeah.
That terror on his face and
the sweat. And of course, that's a great, Kubert. Those tone covers were Russ Heath, the great Russ Heath. So I just, here's a Kubert. This was my display book I just took off the wall. I just love the hell out of this cover. I love the cover.
Wow.
I love
that was cool too.
I love the colors. Floating Minds, Jumper, We're Dead. Yeah,
that's sure. It's like
I think I'll stay on the raft.
Yep.
Is that Unknown Soldier?
Yeah, that's Unknown Soldier.
Okay.
Yep. 180.
Okay.
I just love the colors on this though.
Yeah.
Just so, like I said, I had that on the wall and I'd forgotten to bring it down. All right, don't fall. Don't fall. Stay. All right, good boy.
Good comic.
Here's another great Unknown Soldier.
Oh
yeah.
Isn't that great? I'm looking look at the graves at the top.
Arlington.
Yeah.
Arlington, yep.
All the Star of Davids and all the crosses above the troops there. I just think that is amazing. So again,
have you guys ever been to Arlington Cemetery?
Yeah, absolutely. Have you? So yeah.
Twice in high school. I was with a band that actually got to play at the cemetery itself.
Have you been to the Vietnam Veterans Memorial, the wall?
A while ago, yes.
Wow. Powerful.
That's very powerful. When we drive into camps games, I drive in all the time, and we actually pass by Martin Luther King statue, the World War II memorial,
and the Korean. The Koreans in there too, but the Vietnam veterans you can't really see because it's sunk in the ground. You can see the statue of the 3 servicemen at the beginning, but
correct.
Yeah. Okay, not a lot of people know about this character. So Men of War was a 26 issue series that was started, and the main character was an African American
Oh,
named Ulysses Hazard, codenamed Gravedigger. And it's just, it was cool. And, some of the books that were the most inclusive were the war books because I'll show you an example on one of the Army at Wars. The first recurring African American character in a DC book was in 1961. It was Jackie Johnson and Sergeant Rock. Gabriel Jones came 2 years later in Sergeant Fury, and this is before Robbie Robinson came, which was Robbie Robertson, the editor, the assistant editor of the Bugle. So he was, one of the first ones.
Wow.
But these characters in these war books came first, and the irony is, of course, there were no black. The army wasn't the armed forces weren't integrated back in World War II. But it was just, I think it says a lot that they added African Americans in those books to highlight what they.
So what year did that come out?
What year did what come out? Men of War?
That Men of War.
I'm going to say it's a 50 center here. I'm going to say this is late 70s.
Sounds right. That sounds
late
right.
70s, early 80s.
I saw the barcode on it, so that's why I was wondering. I was looking up in CLZ, and it's not showing up in CLZ. That's weird.
Men of War. Men of War.
Men of War.
Men of War.
Looks
There
like,
you go.
I just looked it up on
77.
here. Looks like the first issue at least came out in 1977.
Okay, 77. It went 24 issues, so it ended before 80. This is the last issue, a little harder to find because it's the last issue, and for the first time, somebody else takes over Easy Company. So Rock is out of commissions, and Ulysses Hazard takes over. And I was looking at it today as I was putting it in this sweet Gerber bag. He takes over. Bulldozer is going to take over when Rock's out of commission, and Rock says, "Bull, you ain't ranking man. You see the train tracks on Hazard's lapel? The lieutenant bar or the captain bars are train tracks. See the train tracks over there? Easily and easy." So Ulysses Hazard led Easy, and they said, "Well, we're used to Rock. You're gonna have to earn it if you're gonna lead these men," and he earned it. It was pretty cool. So,
wow!
But it was just a cool character, and I'm glad that they made him African American. All right, so now I showed those. Now I'm gonna segue to our Army at War, and some Sergeant Rock stuff. I'm showing this it's a recent one, but that's just a fantastic Billy Tucci cover.
Oh,
that is great.
Gorgeous.
Powerful.
Yeah, Tucci's a pretty cool guy. If you have, he's usually at Baltimore. He's an interesting cat. Dig him. So, but that was great, and I'll just show you the back one since I got it. There's the back cover to it.
Oh, that's nice too.
Nice.
Yeah, but Billy Tucci, cool dude. All right. In my mind, this may be my favorite Sergeant Rock cover. I was thrilled to get this. I got it Baltimore last year, the roster cover.
Ooh,
Oh, nice.
that's a 10 center too. Wow.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. So this is late 50s. This might be 59. But look at the great image of Rock. And as my best friend Mike Harbor says, dead, 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 dead.
Wow.
So a lot of these guys died in the series later on. But what a great cover, right?
That's
That
amazing.
Yeah.
Except Bulldozer. I think Bulldozer didn't die. Yeah. So that may be my favorite Rock cover. This is just a classic Sergeant Rock, and all these are Kuberts here.
Nice.
Easy.
That's pretty cool.
That's a good one.
Easy's holding right here at all costs. So
Last stand.
last stand. Yep.
Yeah. Wow.
So this is cool. I just found this cool because of the black. Looks so good.
Ooh.
Oh, that is awesome.
Yeah. So Rock and the German are under the ice fighting, and with the black sky.
Our silence is awe. We are loving every minute of this.
Again, a great
Oh, that's a good one.
Oh yeah, that's a good one.
Rock beating the hell out of him with his helmet.
Wow.
Yep.
And that those colors pop so well on there.
Mhm.
It's amazing.
It ain't easy to finish easy, is what he's saying.
Nope.
All right. Not only does this have go-go checks, but this is just amazing.
Oh yeah.
Come on, Easy. Show them we're here to stay.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it kind of looks like a D-Day cover, you know?
Yep.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I thought it looks like a DDA cover to me as well.
Yep. So
I like the red, white, and blue logo too.
I do too. Red, white, and blue logo on that, I think is pretty damn amazing. All right, so we talked about Jackie Johnson. So here's 179. And Jackie's
Ooh.
first appearance was in 113, which was the issue after the roster cover, and I need to get that. I'm looking forward to getting that. But this is a penny for Jackie Johnson. And he was kind of based on the great heavyweight champ, why is his name slipping me, in World War II, the great heavyweight champ that served anyway, I can't believe I'm blanking on that, but anyway, he served in the army. Joe Louis.
Ah, right on.
So
I should have known that.
Yeah, Jackie, out of Detroit.
Yeah.
Jackie was an ex-fighter, and this guy that he's saving here comes in, his name's Starkey, the redhead. He comes into Easy, and he's a Southerner, and he keeps calling Jackie boy, and the other members of Easy are getting in his face about it, and Jackie tells him, I don't need you to fight my fights, and the dude goes to shake his hand, and he puts a penny in it. He goes, I don't shake your people's hands. All we do is put money in it when you do stuff. And he puts a penny in his hand, and that penny was like burning a hole in Jackie. And he said, you're going to take this penny back. And so through deeds, Jackie ends up saving this asshat's life. And he apologizes, then he asks for the penny back, and Jackie gladly gives it back to him. But
wow.
So this book, this is probably 64, 65 maybe.
And that's right in the middle of the civil rights movement.
Well,
and all
civil
that
rights,
stuff.
yeah.
Pretty progressive story, right? So again, isn't it funny how the war books are ahead of things sometimes?
Yeah.
Hubert Campbell.
And we've said it before, comics are a very great representation of what's going on in society at that moment.
Absolutely. But I wanted to highlight that book so I could talk about that.
Exactly.
That's my just a great freaking cover.
Oh, so good.
I love that one. That was great.
Isn't that great?
Yeah.
Again, the great Joe Kubert. Oh man, I tell you. The next one I'm going to show you is Army at War 198. It's the famous plugged nickel cover. Come on, Easy, or my life ain't worth a plugged nickel.
Ooh.
Oh, that is cool.
And that nickel's been plugged. It's got at least it's got a bunch of holes in it. So, and again, the black. So
yeah,
I could shut the light off, but I know I got a glare problem. But
no, it did showcase
you're fine.
very
You're fine.
well.
You're fine.
Because I want to, I want to do justice to these covers. All right, so 275. This was a 100-pager, but I just think it's pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Wow. I think the only real justice that can be done to these covers is to see them in person, and you get to do that whenever you want to.
Yeah,
I do, and listen, trust me. I know I talk smack and I kid about this and that. I am blessed to have these books, and I don't take them lightly. And that's why one of my pleasures is showing them off, like I was able to do with Dan and Sal. I get a lot out of that, and so Tim, one day you'll be here. All right. Actually, this is the rock cover that means the most to me. So I do the covers for the cover of the daily covers, but I've been doing for about 5 years now Uncle Gary's Old School Cover of the Week that I do on my Facebook page under Opie Taylor, and the cover's got to be at least 20 years old, and I have to own it. And every cover I've done for the daily covers I own, so I've never done a cover I don't own. But only one cover have I ever repeated, and I repeat it every single year on Memorial Day, which is even more solemn than Veterans Day, because then we're commemorating the war dead, those who made the ultimate So I'm not
I
taking
remember
anything
this
away from our
cover.
veterans. I'm just saying Veterans Day is very important, but Memorial Day, we are commemorating the ones who sacrificed their lives,
Yep.
you know, which is
Right.
an even higher calling. But Rock 297 says, yeah, me and Easy Company made it back, but this is what it cost. And
Yeah.
he's holding the dog tags,
Yep.
and they got bullet holes in them.
Yeah.
And just the look on Rock's face is, you know, I just think that captures everything. And Rock, again, Joe Kubert and Robert Kanigher, the creators of Rock. And I just, you know, like I said, I may replicate this with daily cover. I may also do what I do on mine, is every Memorial Day keep showing that cover. So another cover that means a lot to me is 291. In this day and age, in these past, I don't know, 6-7 years, in this country, somehow some people think being a Nazi is a good idea. You know, it just blows my mind. And you all know what I'm talking about. Got a bunch of people around here espousing Nazi views, and they think that's good. Sergeant Rock will show you how you greet a Nazi. That's how you greet a goddamn Nazi, right there. That is a greeting that we must all give a Nazi, right there. Shove his face, his whole head in the snow, and strangle the shit out of him.
Yeah.
All right.
Yep.
All right. These views may not be part of the Codex station, but they are my views. So let me.
I think everyone at the Codex station can get behind
Yeah.
Nazis.
Yeah.
So,
Ladies and gentlemen, we say and do a lot of things on here, but one thing we do not agree with is anti-Semitism or racism or xenophobia or anything of that nature. People are people, and we love people, and we do not like people that think particular races or sex need to be admonished from the world. Yeah,
That's
we
right.
don't get behind that.
What did Ferris Bueller say? I'm not a fan of isms.
Yeah, exactly.
So we're all in agreement that Sergeant Rock has the correct greeting for a Nazi?
I would think so. Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, that's one
110%.
reason. When people ask me like why Captain America is my favorite character, and there's many reasons, but the one that I always tell them is I'm like, his first appearance, he's on the cover punching Hitler in the face, like
hit old Hitler right in the jaw.
Yeah.
All right,
Suck him in the jaw.
we're getting to the end, fellas. Thanks for hanging with me. I love this Sergeant Rock 316.
That's
Ooh,
good.
a good one.
So he's at a World War I graveyard, and there's a coffin. He's moved the coffin out of the grave to give him some cover. That's just so.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Gotta do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
This is a different kind of cover, but I love this. The Americanos think a snowman will stop us. Smash it down.
Oh yeah, that cover too.
Surprise, surprise, surprise.
That snowman's got a little bite to him. They don't know that yet.
Wow.
Though, I love that. And I love the snowman's wearing his helmet.
Yeah.
He's got his helmet on, the snowman. I just thought this was poignant.
Very much so.
Good.
Yes.
So you got the rabbi and you have the chaplain.
Yep.
And
Both very important.
Yep. So, and at this point, our Army at War kept its numbering to issue, I think it was 302, and then it changed its name to Sergeant Rock. So, this is one of the later issues, 419.
Wow.
That's just,
what a cover.
Yeah. And that, there we go.
That's by one of his kids. Is that
no? This one is by Joe. This is Joe.
Okay, because it's very reminiscent of
yep.
Of like the way he did the face, and that's very reminiscent of how Andy and Adam would do stuff.
Now you bought them up. The final issue of Sergeant Rock. This took me a while to find, and I know I've shown you because I got it not that long ago. But this was the final issue, and this is the first time that Adam, Andy, and Joe worked on a book together.
Wow.
That's nice.
So that's comic
Very
history.
nice.
That's comic history right there. So that's
and
Rock
all
40.
of them are tremendous.
Oh
yes. Yeah. And as we learned from Tom Mandrake, if you watch the Mandrake interview, Joe Kubert was very important to him personally. And now he's an instructor at the Kubert School. So only have one more Sergeant Rock thing to show you, which, you know, is the first appearance.
Oh,
It's a
No, but-
slab, baby.
And it's slab. It's 2.5. I think it presents
all right.
pretty well for a 2.5, though.
that's
Yeah.
It does.
great.
So,
Yeah, that looks nice.
so
It
that's
does.
Wow.
So,
The
so that's
rock and the wall.
the rock and the wall. For a while, 81 was considered the first rock. And then as time shifted just the past 20 years, now 83. And I have 81 also. But now 81 is considered the prototype and 83 is considered the first rock.
Wow. Okay.
So, but you know, I hedged my bets. I got them both.
Right on.
But this is a big boy book. This is
Oh
is a-
yeah.
Oh yeah.
this is 1950. Since we get old, this
Golden
sucks.
age.
59. No,
That's what it
it's silver. But
Oh, is it? So
Yeah.
right at
Yeah.
the beginning of Silver Age, then.
well, yeah, I would say Silver Age starts in 1956 with Showcase 4. So, but pretty. But I just think
Yeah.
it's a great book. So
That's
anyway,
awesome.
I know I had quite a few in there. Thanks for indulging me.
Yeah.
But
I
it's with the
enjoyed it.
veterans. You know, it's with the veterans, so I wanted to,
That's right.
show more books. So anyway, that's my showcase. I hope y'all dug the books, and you know, even if we don't have people watching, I would want to show you guys these books. So
Oh yeah. Well,
I loved every
ladies.
minute of that.
Yeah.
thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, as always, what a way to end the show with Uncle Gary's showcase. Our silence is awe. We're just sitting there engrossed in these books on a weekly basis. And I can't wait to see what you're going to come up with next. Sal, Dan, any final thoughts before we close the show out tonight?
That Tomb of Dracula incentive was a 1 in 25.
There we
125.
Dan, any final words?
It's gonna take me a long time to read this. I might also get double use out of it for using it for weightlifting
There you
because
go.
of how much it weighs. But yeah,
Wow.
Girls.
All right.
yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for sitting with us tonight. It has been a pleasure, not only on our end, but I hope on yours as well. Before we get out of here, let me let you know that the world is a crazy place right now. And a lot of things are going on, and a lot of emotions are all over the place. My advice to you is to try and not get too caught up in that because it's just insane right now.
Yep.
And one of the best things for you to do is to turn the TV off, turn the radio off. Don't talk to your dad about politics for a little while, and just read a comic book or step outside and smell the fresh air or call your best friend or your sister or your brother and talk about mundane, normal, everyday stuff. Do something to just get away from that for a little while. It'll be there when you come back, but until then, everybody needs a break, and you do too. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, find us on all the socials. All you got to do is type in at the Codex Station. That is where we will be, your favorite social media platform, and where we're live streaming right now. Make sure to hit the like, share, subscribe, and follow so you don't miss more moments of affirmation and content like this on a daily basis. Also, ladies and gentlemen, make sure to head over to thecodexstation.com for all your Codex needs. Go over there to get some merch, meet the team, and so much more. Once again, thecodexstation.com. Sal, when you're not doing Codex stuff, where can people find you? Oops.
Well, everybody can find me on YouTube under Sal's Comic Corner and also under Instagram as the Slab Guy 77. Like I said
There you
before, I hit 115 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well
Who'da
done.
thunk it? You know, that's amazing for me. So I'm very happy to have that.
Good job. Way to go, Sal. It's only upwards from here. You know
Yep.
that. When Codex hit 100, we thought that was the coolest thing in the world. And I'm sure you do too. And it's just going to get better. So there we go. All right, Dan, the man, the road manager of this guy down below who owns the Squared Circle of Comics history. Let everybody know where they can find you when you're not doing Codex.
Well, when I'm not doing Codex, I am using the tracking fob that I put on Sal's car to find his storage facility where all of his comics are. I'm stealing one by one. I'm taking all of his Venom books.
Wow.
It's a storage unit full of nothing but Venom.
Well, he won't notice that
And one
for
issue.
years.
Yeah,
No,
like
no.
I said, I'm taking.
I'll those at week 1.
I'm taking them one at a time and giving them away to local children.
I don't have 2,578 copies of Venom number 18. Dan.
But when I'm not doing that, when I'm not doing that, I'm
sorry.
posting art and music and stuff on Instagram at Dan Kelly Art. So go check it out. As of right now, I'm one follower away from hitting 800.
One.
So
How
go
many?
be that follower and get some friends and family to also join you so that I can get up to 1,000.
There you go.
1K for DK.
Yes.
1K for DK.
And then this guy has got so much going on. I can't even remember all of it, but he's going to tell you right now.
That's why I got you as my road manager, because I can't keep track of all that stuff either. So thank you. Thank you for the dedication that you have done, because I couldn't climb into the square circle if you weren't there to get me into the arena, my friend. That's right.
Right.
All right. So
Hold on, Gary. Before you say it, look at these comments right now. Look at the comments.
Wait a minute.
Right
Let me
now.
go take a peek.
I can't see the comments.
Oh, thank you. 800.
Oh, there it is.
Thank you, Sapphire.
All right. Thank you.
And you're right. His comment on there.
good job.
Omnibuses are heavy mofos. You are right. This thing is got some heft to it.
All right, Adam. Adam, you are going to get the Dan Kelly tickle now. So
Coming in clutch.
Coming at you. Very nice. Good job, Adam. Appreciate you, brother. Sapphire Glade, way to represent. Nice job.
Thank you. So you can go ahead and you go ahead and drop some comments and let me know what type of stuff you'd like to see.
Pick what spot you want to be tickled in.
There we go.
Pick your spot. Pick
All
your
right.
spot, ladies and gentlemen.
Well,
all right, Gary, go ahead. I'm sorry to interrupt you.
No, this is great. I appreciate that. Is
Thank you. Yeah, that's awesome. So now the march to 1,000 continues.
1K for DK. There we go. All right. You can find me at Comic Logic. I am a proud co-owner of the only comic store in Loudoun County, Virginia. We're in Northern Virginia. Please come see us. You can come catch me every Wednesday as I go in there and I get that weekly fix. We all get it right in our veins. Put that 4-color ink in there. Builds big muscles. Oh my goodness, what comics can do for you. So come
That's
get
lifting long boxes, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh yeah,
it is. It sure is. So you come see me. We're happy to talk comics. We would love to have you in our store. We also do a Facebook Live show the first 3 Thursdays of every month. We do our preview show, our Comic Logic preview show, talking about the new books the first Thursday. The second and third Thursday are our Ye Grumpier Old Nerd shows, and these fellas here contribute to that. They will communicate with us while we're doing the show. It's a live stream, and we all have fun, and we talk about comics, sports, current events, movies, TV show, old man stuff, and we'll tell you to get off our lawns. The other thing we all do here is we are all connected with the comic character of the day site, started by our good buddy Archduke Kevy. That's the way we are acquainted. So we thank him for that. And I do the covers of the day. I had a really good Darwin Cook cover where the JSA is saluting a wounded veteran today.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cover.
That's awesome.
That's the cover that I chose for today. Dan does random panel of the day. He does question of the day. Sal and Tim, big contributors on the site. And we're all interwoven on that site. And on Facebook, I'm Opie Taylor. If there's any confusion there, so you'll find that out. One last time
on Instagram too. I'll throw in.
Oh, absolutely.
On Instagram, I made a comic character of the day page on Instagram too.
Oh, there we go. Look at that. So there we go. We are expanding. Again, want to say thank you to our veterans for all you do. The reason we have this channel right here is because men and women like you have made the sacrifice that we can live in the freedom that it takes to have an enterprise like this, where we don't have to worry about whether we're going to wake up and get bombed out the next day or be invaded or having someone rule our lives with an iron fist. We can come and we can talk comics and do something as pleasurable as that and pursue, our hobbies and what makes us happy. So thank you for your service. Now, that's one reason why we can do this show. Another reason is because the gentleman up there is one of the triumvirate that are the founding fathers of this show.
The
We have
trifecta.
Sonny. We have Sonny, we have Jamie, and Tim. Tim is like they had formed the Avengers, like the Avengers formed early and Sonny and Jamie were the original Avengers, but right at the inception, a vital part joined the Avengers, and he is our Captain America. Tim is our Captain America. He is the voice of America. If you listen to that late night radio show when you're trying to get home and you're turning the dial and you're getting static, and you come across that voice and you know that you have found somebody that can help you make those long miles that you have to travel, and he'll get you home safely because he is the voice of America.
Almighty.
He is the voice of CODEX and the voice of America. He is our Captain America. He is our Star-Spangled Avenger. He is Tim the Terrible.
Ladies
Nice.
and
I like the
gentlemen,
triumvirate. It's like you, Jamie, and Sonny. You're like triplicate girl.
I guess.
One of them got
As-
killed. That's not good.
Well, let's not go there.
As always, Uncle Gary, thank you so much for that. That's one of my favorite parts of the show right there. I'll never not have enough of that. Ladies and gentlemen, as the legendary Art Bell used to say, this is midnight in the desert. My name is not Art Bell. My name is Tim the Terrible. With me, as always, is Sal the Slab Guy. Down below is Uncle Gary himself, the Ric Flair of comic books. And right next to him is the road manager, Dan the Kelly Art. To our veterans, your fathers, your mothers, your brothers, your sisters, those from other misters and those from other fathers, whatever the case may be. Love them all, give them thanks, shake their hand, give them a tip if you need to as well. But most of all, it is, as Uncle Gary says, it is because of them that we have the freedoms that we do today, and those that we take for granted on a regular basis. Happy Veterans Day from all of us at the Codex Station, and we will see you next time.
Thank you, vets.